Now with this part of the video, I'm going to cover something that I've covered in bits and pieces in past videos, but somehow I feel it's very essential to cover it again and go into a little more detail about it, although I'm not going to go into great detail because it would take a couple of hours to do so, and I don't believe that that's God's intentions. What I'm going to be dealing with was my near-death experience, or what I call near-life experience. Now, a lot of people don't believe in this. They say it doesn't go along with the Bible, that once you're dead, and then the judgment. But I have to ask them, all right, what about Lazarus, Tabitha, the gentleman that fell out of the window when Paul was preaching and broke his neck, and Paul brought him back to life? Other situations or incidents through the Bible that shows that a person can be brought back to life after death if it's God's will or if it's God's purpose. Now, as I've said before, in June 20th of 1995, I was preaching at a little church, and when I got up to preach, I was feeling kind of funny. I stumbled a little bit, but I went ahead and delivered the message. And after services, I went home and went to lay down a few minutes. I told my wife I wasn't feeling good. And when I laid down, I felt worse. So I got up and said, honey, I think we need to go to the hospital. Something ain't right. We got up there and they discovered that I'd had a heart attack. There was arteries that was blocked and I needed bypass surgery. They transferred me to another hospital, and at the other hospital I went through the surgery. Now in the process, I died on them 3 or 4 times. I can't remember what it was, but my wife said it was 4. And this was all documented. The last time that I remember, I felt my spirit, my soul, whatever you want to call it, leave my body. And it was so much like a lot of others you've probably heard about, maybe seen videos about or whatever. But I went through a period of darkness, like so many calls a tunnel. And after a few seconds at the end of the tunnel was a light. I went to the light. And you know, so many preachers preach that when we die we go to heaven. Well, I learned through that it was not heaven, it was paradise. And just shortly after I was there, I seen God, or when I come into the presence I seen God, and it was a massive light that can't be explained. I was part of that light. But it was love so strong that you just couldn't hardly stand to be around it. And I seen my mom, my dad, a couple of my old Sunday school teachers, a lot of other people that I knew. And I was looking around seeing all of this, and then I felt God say, you see a lot of people here you know, don't you? I said, yes, Lord. And then I felt him say, there's a lot of people you knew that's not here. Why? And I had to duck my head because I knew why. Because I had failed to witness to people that God had brought into my life that I should have witnessed to, and I didn't do it. So then different things went on. Like I said, I was given some prophecies to bring back, which I did. They were fulfilled, so on and so forth. But then I spent, I think it was 3 months in a recliner. Like I said, this was the summer months. Watching the birds eat out of the little bird feeder we had, fly around things. And I sat through that whole period of time remembering what I experienced and tried every way in the world to disprove it. Why I wanted to disprove it, I don't really know, but I did. I reviewed or re-experienced every event. And with every event, I tried to make an excuse for it or find a logical thing that would have caused that situation. And then when I started thinking about how I experienced the darkness of the tunnel, God says that was your soul leaving your body. The darkness you experienced was the soul leaving your heart, coming up through your mouth and out. Even though it seemed like a long period of time, it was only the blink of an eye. Just a second. And with that, I had to realize that that probably was true. Because see, according to the Bible, in the beginning, when God created man, He breathed the breath of life into man. Now that breath of life is a spirit. It's God's spirit. God's breath of life. And from that initial breathing is passed down through all mankind. And when you die, that soul will leave you. And so with thinking about all of this and all that occurred, as I said, for 3 months, I tried to disprove everything about it and could not do so. I had to admit what I experienced was a true experience. Now, I'm not making up some kind of a story to tell you people in order to try to get you to view my videos and things, because that's not it. I'm telling you what I experienced in order for you to understand why I feel and do the things I do today, because I know it's real. There's no way I can prove any of it to you. There's no way that I can guarantee you that what I experienced was real. But I myself know it was. And I know it was for a purpose. And today I'm trying to follow through with that purpose. I'm trying to give to you a living God, a real God, the true God, and His Son, Jesus. Now, as I've said in the past, I have done what I felt led to do. You do with it what you want to do with it. But now I ask you, in this video and all the others that I'm going to be posting, if you're going to watch it just to try to create a situation for an argument, please don't watch them. If you don't want to stop and consider what's being said, please don't watch them. I'm not trying to force nothing on anybody. I'm not trying to make you believe in something you don't want to believe in. I'm only sharing what God lays on my heart to share. So if you don't want to take part and at least consider what I'm sharing, don't